Welcome everyone to New York City. Welcome to Sony Hall. And welcome to New Beginnings. Ladies and gentlemen, New Beginnings is brought to you by Boxing Insider. We have boxing action filmed for you tonight right here at Sony Hall. All the action is under the sanctioning and supervision of the New York State Athletic Commission. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I have one thing to ask you is, are you ready? One more time, are you ready? We are about to begin this evening's festivities with our opening contest. It is an 8-round bout taking place in the welterweight division.
Man, you got Freddie Roach up
Introducing the competitors first, out of the red corner, from Los Angeles, Connecticut, entering this bout with a record of 16-3-2 with 7 knockouts. He is sporting the red trunks and weighing in at 142 pounds. Here is Petros Ananyan. And his opponent, competing out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks and hailing from Sao Paulo, Brazil. He weighs 140 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, Paulo Cesar Galdino. We go to referee Sparkly with the instructions for both competitors.
Okay, this one is basically a junior welterweight bout, a little bit over the 140-pound limit. Pedro Ananyan
Pedro looks a lot bigger than 140.
against Paulo Cesar Galdino.
12-5, 8 KOs. So these kids can punch.
Sparkly, the referee, veteran referee, former retired New York City police officer. Galdino in the blue, southpaw. Here are the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. No 3 knockdown rule, no standing 8 count. Only the referee or a doctor can stop the fight. In the event of an accidental foul, half the amount of rounds must be complete and will go to the scorecards for a technical decision. And there's no saving by the bell in any round, including the final round. Jerry.
I like this Galdino. He's a smart kid. Obviously, they're filling each other out right now, but there's going to be some fireworks going soon. And we talked about Freddie Roach in the red corner. He's got a lot of hope with this kid, you know? Petros.
Pedro Ananyan, known for his patience. He will just stalk a fighter, take his time, set him up.
He's trying to work his way in, get closer, get at the punching range, power range. He's starting to learn those hooks. You know, Randy, I was watching the matchups. These are all tough fights. There's no walkover fights here. Galdino's using that jab effectively. There's Petros with a nice overhand.
Matchmaker Eric Batra said, wait till you see this card. He said, we got some real even matchups. And here early in the first round, I like what I'm seeing here.
Right.
The crowd still filing in here at Sony Hall.
We got a great chance to meet the promoter here, the guy who's running the show. Great job, right?
Promoter Larry Goldberg from Boxing Insider. He is a fight fan from the word go. He's a business guy who just loves the fight game and wants to see it flourish. And putting on cards like this in Midtown Manhattan
nice
with some big-name fighters, you know what? I give him credit for his very first show.
nice.
Nice work from.
Both sides. Both sides were landing some good shots there at the end.
Okay, Jerry, we're going to test out your scoring ability, and every other round or so will come to each one of us. 10 points to the winner of the round, 9 or less to the loser. And Jerry, you know how I feel about the scoring. I like, if there's a round that's just one-sided without a knockdown, I will make it a 10-8 round. So I mark my scorecard on that one. Hall of Fame trainer Freddie Roach in the corner of Petros Ananyan.
He looks great, Freddie does.
He always looks terrific. Round number 2, scheduled for 8. Petros Ananyan in the red trunks. And his opponent, Paulo Cesar Galdino in the blue. Galdino made his professional debut back in February 2016. He comes from Argentina, and he fought most of his fights down around that area. In his last fight, back in May of this year, he fought in Queens in New York, and he won a split decision over the very talented, tough Daniel Gonzalez.
Nice combination landing. These guys are landing some bombs at 140 here. It's a really great competitive fight. Nice exchanges though for the whole fight here. Landing some solid shots. Galdino is right now.
Ananyan 16-3 with 2 draws, 7 knockouts, and Galdino undefeated. Actually, not undefeated. He's 12-5 with 8 knockouts. 12-5 for Galdino. 16-3 with 2 draws for Ananyan.
I don't know about you, but I got Galdino ahead a little bit in this fight so far.
In 3 of Galdino's losses, he was stopped. He was stopped in the first round, and he was stopped in the 8th round and the 6th round.
Well, it looks like he's in great shape tonight. Maybe he'll tire, we don't know, but he's punching really well. Nice body shots. Coming upstairs over the top with the hooks.
The last time that he lost was that stoppage back in Argentina about earlier this year.
Whoa, he's hurt now. Galdino's is hurt right now. He's fighting back. He's trying to stay in the fight. Another nice hook, left hook by Ananyan.
Ananyan loading up on his right hand. This is where Ananyan loves it, on the inside. Final 10 seconds of the second round.
What a great 2 rounds so far.
Very action-packed. I thought that the man in blue, Galdino, started the round in good fashion, but I thought that Ananyan was coming on during the rest of the round and finished in good shape.
Really, since you said that he lost his 3 fights by knockout, the whole tide turned in that moment.
This is the opening fight for the brand new promoter, Boxing Insider. And of course, you want to go to boxinginsider.com and see one of the best boxing sites out there. And it's a site that you and I use all the time. Round number 3. This one's scheduled for 8 rounds in the, let's say, junior welterweight / welterweight division. Anything over 140 is
Considered
really
welterweight.
technically a welterweight, both a little bit over 140.
This Paulo is throwing a nice jab. He's coming in, but he's leaving himself wide open for counter shots.
Ananyan starting this round a little bit faster than he did last round. And Galdino working that right jab over and over again. Jerry, I think both guys still are fairly fresh.
Well, they're banging away pretty good. I think that Paulo got hurt pretty bad the last round. He's recovered pretty well.
Near the
He's
end of the
firing
round,
back.
yes.
He's firing back pretty well right now.
Now, because they are very aggressive, there you saw
Pushing off.
Ananyan push him, and the referee had to give him a little caution there. Watch that pushing.
Nice counter puncher. It's Ananyan.
Ripping uppercut on the inside with the right hand by Ananyan. Jerry Ananyan, for a moment, now he's staying like that. He's boxing as a southpaw. Now they're both southpaws.
Yeah, that's a nice gift to have. Nice tool in the box there for you. Whoa.
Now at the fighter meeting yesterday, he told me that he is a right-hander.
Galdino.
And now he's back, Ananyan back to the orthodox style.
Didn't work out so good. You know, he was getting landed. Galdino was landing some good shots on him there.
Jerry, one thing you always watch for, and you hope that it doesn't happen, when you have a right-hander against a left-hander, many times with two aggressive fighters like this, they tend to lean in and you see too many headbutts.
Yeah.
And both guys have some swelling around the face. It looks like underneath the left eye of Ananyan, there's a little bit of a swelling.
What a start of a nice fight. Great card. Great first bout.
Final seconds. Round 3. Put it in the books.
It's a tough one to score.
Three rounds down so far. So, Jerry, how do you have it scored so far?
I have it 29 to 28.
I got a 30-27, all for Ananyan, but every round close. I mean, if you take one of those rounds away from Ananyan, then you got yourself basically a one-point contest. And already, about 15 seconds before the whistle, Galdino off his stool and ready to go. Both guys chiseled. Round number 4.
He's throwing out that jab.
This one's scheduled for 8 rounds.
You see Galdino throwing that jab to the body, but you got to mix it up. You can't just keep throwing jabs to the body. You got to turn it over the top too. Nice hook by Petros.
The man in red, Ananyan, Petros Ananyan, has been the aggressor, but Galdino has done a good job moving, boxing, pecking away with the right hand. He walked into a hard shot there.
And he gave one as well.
That left jab of Ananyan is a hard jab, follows up with a hard right hand. Jerry, I don't think
gonna-
Galdino belongs on the inside. When he puts himself on the inside, he gets eaten alive like that.
That's not great for him right there, Galdino. He's fighting back.
Of course, we love this division. The junior welterweights, one of our very favorite fighters up at the top of this division. Regis Rougarou Prograis.
There's 8 or 10 great fighters in that division that we're going to watch over the years coming up soon. Oh, my God.
Once again,
Another uppercuts.
Galdino with his back to the
In the
ropes.
red, in the red. Landing great uppercuts and hooks.
Just a moment ago, the fighters were above our Boxing Insider microphones, and the spray was going all over everybody here at ringside. Ananyan doing a lot of pushing off.
He has the referees calling him on it too, but I think she should be a little more stricter with him. Still very good action here in the third round. The fourth round, excuse me.
Coming to the end of round number 4. Galdino being forced to use those legs. Eats a hard right hand right before the bell. Referee Sparkle Lee almost took a hard right hand there.
Have you ever seen that happen? When the referee gets hit?
Yeah. I remember once seeing in New York, referee Arthur McCanny take a hard left hook. And I mean, he took it well.
Oh, he did your senior?
Junior.
They're paying close attention to Galdino over there, paying close attention. Doctors looking him over. He's been taking some good shots.
There are a few commissions in the world that take as much care between rounds as the New York State Athletic Commission. There is always, and I love this is a state law, and it came in when I was commissioner, that there must be an ambulance on premises. So in case a fighter needs it,
You go.
immediately he is out the door, into the ambulance, and on his way to the hospital.
Well, man, I've been in fights, amateur fights, where if there's no ambulance, the fights don't go on.
Right. That happened to me one time in a fight at Madison Square Garden when I was commissioner. The ambulance wasn't there, and they said, well, it's an undercard fight. Just let this one go on. And I said, the fights do not start until the ambulance gets here. And they said, but we're going on the network in just a little while. I said, when the ambulance gets here, we start the fights. Ananyan all over.
Yeah, I think Freddie Roach has told him, listen, he's kind of slowing down. He's not that, he hasn't got that many tools left in his bag. So start to try and take him out of there, and he's doing a good job.
And back to southpaw again goes Ananyan. Oh, hard left hand.
Nice uppercut as well.
They are above us right now, and we are getting shouted.
Referee is watching closely.
Galdino is fighting back, but he
Yes.
is taking some very hard
Solid
shots.
shots. There's another one. Another right hand. Another
Hard right hand by Ananyan. Now he's peppering him. Left hook misses.
I don't know why he doesn't hold, right? You got, you're hurt, you're taking some shots, hold on.
Jerry, you're so right. I haven't seen Galdino clinch once. And why he keeps putting his back to the ropes when he's got those good legs, you should be using them. And I think those legs are starting to go, Jerry. I just saw them buckle.
He's getting hit solid shots consistently.
And now it's Ananyan who's moving around. Swings and misses with the left hand, misses with the right hand.
Well, you know, you look at these guys, it's hard to make a living this way. It's a tough job.
I think I see a trickle of blood from the nostril, the right nostril of Galdino. And his face is really starting to get red and puffy. Final seconds of the round.
I think it's a good time to stop this fight in the blue corner. I think he's wearing down. He stumbled to the corner. I think they're going to watch him, look him over, but
referee Sparkle Lee goes to the corner. She is looking in with concern on her face. She is a veteran, and Jerry, as I mentioned at the start of this fight, she is a retired, honored police officer. She has seen her share of injuries. She knows in there what she's looking at. She goes to every seminar. She is a very studious worker and a damn good referee.
She keeps her eyes on those fighters, right? I guess they're going to let it go on. Round 5.
I had that round, by the way, Jerry, 10-8. That's one of those rounds. I didn't give it 10-9. But I have it all on Ananyan, and especially now I see Ananyan coming on. The doctor wants to take an extra look. The New York State Athletic Commission doctor is taking an extra look. I told you, here in New York, nobody does it better than the New York State Athletic Commission, especially with the medicals, what fighters have to go through. This might be
the end of the fight.
Last round. If he takes the same kind of punishment, okay, they're letting it continue here in the 6th round. But let's see what happens with Ananyan if he turns on the pressure. He knows they are looking at Galdino.
He should open up right now.
Yes, he is.
He's doing it.
Sparkle Lee looking. One more hard shot. I think she's going to stop the fight.
I think she should stop the fight. He's got blood pouring out of his mouth. He's taking solid shots.
Here it is. No surprise.
Good stoppage.
No surprise there. Sparkle Lee did the right thing. That is the right thing by a real good referee. She went to Galdino's corner at the end of the 5th round. She knew what she was looking at. Jerry, if you were in that corner, would you let Galdino come out?
I would have never let him come out. No, his legs didn't look good for the last couple of rounds. He stumbled into the corner, and he was being hit with solid shots. You know, let him come back and fight another day. Don't keep him in there to take a beating like that. Cuts his career short.
So it's another victory for Petros Ananyan.
And Freddie Roach did a great job with Ananyan.
And for Ananyan, this is just a nice way to return to action, because in his last fight back in January, he was stopped in the 9th round of a real firefight against Subriel Matias. And what a way to come back with this kind of victory.
And that was in Atlantic City, huh? That fight.
In Atlantic City. But today it was all Petros Ananyan with referee Sparkle Lee waving it off. And we're just waiting for the corner of Ananyan to get his gloves off. And I believe they already, took Galdino out of the ring already.
And he probably will go to the hospital, would you imagine?
The doctors will check him out in the back, and they use the ophthalmoscope and everything. And if they see any sign of concussion, he is going to be off to the hospital. Here's our ring
Ladies
announcer.
and gentlemen, in 27 seconds of the 6th round, the referee stopped the contest. Therefore, your winner by way of technical knockout, Petros Ananyan.
I believe that was 27 seconds of the 6th round. Referee Sparko Lee. So put that win in the books for Boxing Insider. That will always be probably, down the road after they become a real big promoter. You're going to say, what was the first fight they ever promoted? And it was Petros Ananyan winning on a TKO in round number 6. Very, very impressive performance for him today.